And with that, welcome back to Five's the Crowd. We hope you guys have been around for a while, and if you're new here, I'm your host, Austin. I'm surrounded by my 4 idiot friends, Cam, Chris, Tony, and Zach.
Hola!
I hope you're turning in today on YouTube. We have a new extension to our table. It's beautiful. Yes. We have more room to breathe. So we might be a little bit further away from the camera, but it gives us more room. I don't care.
More room for you to join the crowd.
Today we're going to
take a seat.
Come take a seat. You are at your own seat. So welcome. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different here on the podcast. We're going to be going through Reddit. And today's subreddit that we're going to go over is Ask Reddit. Oh. Hope that all makes sense. I hope you guys are Redditors. Otherwise, this might be a little bit confusing. But basically, we will find questions off of Ask Reddit and answer them, but then also kind of read the comments and just kind of converse about it. It's going to bring a lot of natural conversation. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So
comment on the comments.
Comment on the comments.
Commentary.
Comment.
Love it. So I wanted to start us off. The very first question that I heard tonight that I really liked was, if you were granted immortality but had to go back 2,000 years, would you or would you not take it, and why?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Ooh, you would take it?
I would totally take it.
2,000 years?
2,000 years. First off, I'd go give my man Jesus a high five. Be like, thanks, dude. You're great. Then, I have always wanted to be a knight. So I would straight up be like the dopest knight ever.
Now, there's a lot of caveats there because you are immortal.
Exactly. So my question then, I did have a question about that.
Okay.
Does that, I mean, I'm immortal in the sense of I can't naturally die, but can I be killed?
Let's say no.
Okay, so I will be a knight.
Now that begs the question, because you are immortal, what happens if you get captured? And shackled?
Is he still up? Have you seen Old Guard?
Yes, I have.
You remember? I mean,
I just
sorry, spoiler
death.
alerts a
I
little
just
bit.
faked death.
Well, but her one friend who they lock her in that steel cage and drop her down into the ocean.
True.
Sorry, spoiler alert a little bit, but
also,
ooh, that would suck.
Also, this
I'd be a good knight and I wouldn't get caught.
I'd be a ninja. Ninjago. Also, you have to leave your life right now and go back 2,000 years.
That's what I was going to ask.
Your family.
Well,
I mean, I can find them again.
It said in the question
2,000 years later.
I was going to say, it says in the question that you're flashed backwards 2,000 years, so technically now wouldn't exist. So, I mean, if you kind of sort of follow the same footsteps, you'll eventually end up back here.
But you still remember everything that you had that you left behind.
Exactly. But see, I would just have to wait 2,000 years to get it back.
You could wait 2,000 years to get your kids back?
I mean, I could make others.
If he was...
By then, they'd have a lot of brothers and sisters.
Exactly. It would be a big family.
He'd be busy doing nightly
Think
stuff.
about it. Think about it.
I want to pitch something to you. Polygamy. Are you into it?
Think about all of the like big figures of the past. Just me. Different names.
That reminds me of Hot Tub Time Machine. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Where
I wouldn't
Lou
Google
stays back and calls it Lugal and then Motley Lou instead.
See, that's the thing. You go back with the knowledge of today, bro. You're going to be rich beyond belief. You're going to have crazy experiences.
You're going to create The Simpsons.
What if we already said yes to this? We're already in the past.
Where's your money?
What if Matt Groening already said yes to this?
Yeah, he could have. Dude.
I don't know.
Well, now you guys know my answer. What about you?
The only
who's
aspect
going with
that
me?
is keeping me back is the fact of leaving my family.
See, I'm thinking...
Family aside, go.
Family, yeah. Family is nice.
Let's say if I didn't have
Okay, wait,
family,
wait.
I'd go.
Really?
I'd be gone. Oh,
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
2,000 years?
Yes, I would be
and
gone.
And then on top
to
of that...
experience all of America's history or world civilization's history.
Exactly.
But
In the United States
then you
is
have
Zach.
immortality and you're still living beyond.
That was going to be my argument, too.
Yeah.
I eventually want to die.
Yeah, I'm only 30, bro, and I'm ready to go.
Like, I agree. Going back 2,000 years and being able to live all of that
Well, here
fearlessly
again.
because you're you're not going to die. But then leading up till now and then forward and stuff, it's like at some point, it's like, all right, I'm done.
You make a deal with JC when you see him in the past. You're like, hey, man, you know what's going on. You know I'm not supposed to be here. Let's set a date. I'll let you take me away.
I don't think that's how this works.
That's not how any of this works.
I believe that's exactly how it works.
You just have like a sentence. You just have to mutter a sentence, and then you just die.
My safe word is Okeechobee.
F this.
See,
There's a pop-up. It's like, are you sure?
Everybody would be gone in 2020. Everybody would have been like, F this.
I'd have been gone later that day, man. I'd have been like, I have this.
You don't have showers?
I mean, here's the thing. Going back 2,000 years, do you have any idea the quality of life back then?
I would do it.
Yeah.
I would
Bro,
do it.
It was garbage.
Your bed is like a bale of hay.
But see, I know how to make a real bed.
do you?
How?
You would rule the
You would just...
He would shear
You
sheep.
could easily just build
Shear
one
sheeps.
out of wood. I mean, you can find wood everywhere. Freaking trees. I could build one out of wood. And then, yeah, all I got to do is freaking weave some cloth.
Your flashback 2,000 years, you suddenly have the tools and knowledge to just become a carpenter.
You wouldn't.
No, you have the knowledge of now.
But I'm saying now, do you have the knowledge to like?
Yes, because the principles that you use now, today, to do those things, you could put into practice back then with different tools.
See, I'd be screwed because I don't know how to build anything.
I mean, see,
so
it's not
take
that
me
hard.
back into 2,000
You
years.
never-
I mean, my bed would look like the bunk beds off of Step Brothers.
I mean, let's be honest. All you got to do
sketchy.
is make a pile of wool. Like,
Yeah.
right.
I'd do it.
I'd do it.
I'd do it.
I don't
Okay.
know, man.
So
what if
kinda-
we could all go back together?
Here's why I would do it.
Okay, let's hear this.
Ooh.
He forgot.
No, I didn't.
He totally forgot.
I love the history of everything,
Thank you.
but at the same time, I'm fascinated about where things are going to be heading. I don't think you'd only get as bored as you
Yes.
let yourself.
See, exactly.
That's why I would do it, because I'm so intrigued as to what's going to be in the future.
But I'm impatient. I'm not going to wait 2,000 years to find
But
out
see,
what's in the future.
You be doing stuff though.
Learn to hibernate.
Think about it, man.
Take a year off.
You go back and you're like, Marie Antoinette, I wonder if she was hot.
So
I'm gonna go find out.
here's another thing to dig in deeper with this.
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti. That might be too far back.
Here's
What did you just say to me?
Here's another thing though. Could you still suffer the same things as a mortal person? Could you still get hungry? Could you still, even though you're not going to die, would you still get thirsty, still get hungry? Or would you not? And you could just not have to worry about it and just pursue knowledge and
My other thing too is travel. You know, you go back 2,000 years, all you've got is horseback and stuff. If I could somehow still travel and see the sights I want to
They got
see
carts.
and everything. No, I'm saying like
No.
jumping oceans and stuff without having to take a year.
Like a boat.
Yeah.
you start sinking, you just walk.
Yeah, bro.
gonna
You're
take
just walking
forever.
under the ocean.
You got it forever.
Yeah, but what if I miss what I'm after?
Have forever.
Like,
Got to plan it out better.
The whole thing is, if there was it's a butterfly effect though. One person could go back. I'm getting way into this.
This is a good topic.
Here's the thing. You could go back. It could completely change the way the world. We could be so much more progressed in 2021 because of all the knowledge you have. Well, why don't you do this and this and this and this and this? You could have. I mean, you could create firearms within a year, probably.
could you imagine, like, American history?
gotta take a
Here's our
quick trip to
one
China.
president.
I hate to say it, but war has always been the thing that's like revolutionized a lot of technology to a certain point.
Yeah.
So I'd become a hermit maybe.
Bro.
So
What
kind
if
of
I just
Kill
become
Hitler before he, or when he
Whoa.
was born.
oh,
Hitler
kill
might not
Hitler.
even-
I thought you said become Hitler.
I mean, it's up to you.
But he might not
pass.
even come to pass because who knows what part of the world you live in. That they might. The thing
Heck,
is,
here you go.
See, that's where the
hold
travel
on,
comes in.
hold on. So the thing is too, wherever you end up, you could end up in a different part of the world, and they're the ones who progressed everything. Instead of like Greece doing democracy, it couldn't. The United
find
States
Atlantis.
doing freedom.
Doing
USA.
freedom.
USA. Just kidding. But honestly, like any part you picked, but you could also get captured, and you're just their little pawn teaching them everything you know. forever.
You could even just like you don't even have to kill Hitler as a baby. Just make his parents not meet.
Ooh. Ooh.
There you go. Then you're not killing babies.
There you go.
Or you take Hitler, you adopt Hitler as a baby and teach him not to be an a-hole.
And then you see he's just like Damien from The Omen, and you just push him down a well or something.
All valid options.
So
when
See,
you
the
live
world is your
for
oyster.
forever.
So I got a little side question on this. So if you could go back, you mentioned being a knight.
Heck yeah.
What like not historical figure, but like character in time? So like a knight, a pirate,
I would
a
be King
ninja.
Arthur. I'd be a pirate too.
I do them all. I do them all of them. Every
Yeah.
single one.
Yeah.
Samurai.
Let's try.
try
Oh
this.
yeah. I saw Tom Cruise. He did it.
That's Tom Cruise, man. He can do whatever he wants.
I could be Tom Cruise.
I mean, you could be the world's best assassin.
You could literally
No,
think
that's
about
John
it. Yes,
Wick.
yes. Well, no. Think about this though. You could write all of the blockbuster movies before they do.
Oh dang.
You could be Walt Disney.
I could be Walt. Move aside, Walt. Welcome to Birchland, people.
I'd make Batman reality. I would be a Batman. I'd be just like, hey. And then it's like,
For real. No, because here's the
I'd
other
name
thing.
a place
Okay?
Gotham. and
You would
everything.
probably be more of a Deadpool than a Batman.
That's
Why
what
is
you
that?
do. You found a city and name it Gotham
I would.
next to Metropolis. We make them all up the names of the movies. Then it ends up. Then the actual names of cities become the fake names in movies. It's
Yeah.
like Batman's in Chicago.
And then they have comics and shit. They have Ratman.
I love it.
Ratman instead of Batman.
But he's got big teeth.
Okay, well here's a question. So being immortal, are we talking like a healing factor?
Oh. Could you imagine your human body still starts to rot, but you're just is that what you mean?
No, I mean like
After
if
100
you're-
years,
if
you
you're
just start-
immortal, let's say, I mean you
just can't
you're
get
bound
hurt.
to get a pretty killer wound.
True.
So do you get hurt and then heal from it, or do you just not get hurt?
Oh. So
'Cause
are
I
you
think
like
that would play
like
into it, too.
Superman where things literally bounce off of you, or Wolverine where you're getting cut and healed? I would love to like I mean, pain factor aside, I would love to actually get hurt and then
It's part of the
build
it's-
myself back
exactly.
together.
Experience.
Yeah.
Part of the,
Like,
yeah. I was gonna
Part of
say,
the experience.
That's like back in
but I would be over there like
Okay, shoot me here.
It's back in the 1500s when I took the guillotine to the neck. Man, that was a wild
Could you,
experience.
could you imagine scaring the hell out of those people? Your head rolls across and then you turn and hey.
Put me back.
You're just like,
just kidding.
You just stand up and run over, grab it, and you're like, suckers!
I would jump off like Empire State Building or something.
But it
just-
might not be
Yeah.
that.
I mean, how
Well, Grand
fast?
Canyon.
How
You
fast
could watch
would you
the Grand
regenerate
Canyon
though?
grow. I don't know.
I bet it depends on the severity of the wound.
Ooh.
Like, would you experience all the pain?
Your arms get ripped off and then they come back as baby arms or baby legs.
Like Deadpool. Like Deadpool.
Well, you gotta think. You'd experience the pain to the point of like
Getting used
the
to it.
wound being stopped. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
So like if someone cuts my arm off, because I would say it would start healing right after the like wound stopped. But I mean, it could take some time. But
What
the
if-
pain would be reversing.
What if healing took practice? So the first time it happened, it took you like a month to grow your arm back. But then, a couple years later, you've gotten the hang of it. Now you get your arm chopped off and another
be
one just
kinda-
pops right out.
Learning all the secrets.
Now,
Immortality.
asking this for a friend, when it grows back, could it be different somehow? As in, like, I don't know, like bigger?
What are you talking about?
I'm just,
What are
friend.
you-
Oh, okay.
Asking for a friend.
Are we still talking about?
Are we
I'm
talking
just saying,
about
like,
an
your
arm?
body in general.
Looks like
I
a
mean,
lightning bolt.
it's Same principles. They call me Harry Potter.
Like if you're chopping off certain body
yeah,
parts.
like let's say you need a bigger pinky finger
Yeah.
or something.
I mean,
What's wrong with your pinky finger now?
I mean, I'm just
Asking
saying.
for a friend.
It's like Play-Doh. You just mold what you want.
I
You have to think about it.
I think your body would grow back to what
It is.
it is, because that
Yeah.
has to go back to your
fair enough.
DNA,
That
right?
makes sense. That makes sense.
We gotta
Fair
have
enough.
boundaries here.
That's
Gonna
it's
have
got to
to
go back to your DNA.
Now we're
Okay.
going to DNA.
So,
You're
so
immortal.
with that though, so with the human body, what about just like you kind of asked it earlier, Chris, about eating and drinking and doing the things that would keep us alive. So with that, could you still gain weight and stuff? Would we still have to watch what we eat? Or would you just naturally just always be
No.
just cut
I'd
and
say
looking
you gain
good?
weight.
You could.
Well, then again, if
You're
that's
walking
like
around like a
if
big
that's-
old blob, like just.
I think you'd get enough knowledge to where you realize that's not
I mean,
a bad
I'd
idea.
be buff.
Yeah,
I'd have all the time in the world.
But
I'd
you
say
think
you
about
gain weight like a normal person.
you go
Maybe
to-
not like your 600-pound man, but
you go back 2,000 years,
you
though,
are
there
now.
weren't a lot of overweight people.
yeah.
I'm telling you that much.
Nah, they
Yeah.
didn't make it that long.
Either
But you're
that
immortal.
or everything was manual labor. There wasn't anything doing anything for you. Everything
True.
was a struggle, which is kind of
So
a
then flash
beautiful
forward.
thing.
Then flash forward to the year 3000 because we're immortal. Now you're not doing things for you. You're
You
gonna end
hit
up
your
being
midlife crisis.
3,000 years.
Bro, by 3,000, I'll have gone through almost 3,000 of them.
Yeah, what would be your midlife crisis? At 3,000, that means you're living to 6,000.
I mean, really, immortality is just like living Grand Theft Auto 5.
Just, no, for real. Just think, though.
Just like I'm gonna make
you're-
arson today.
you're-
I'm in the mood to do arson. Let's do arsony things.
Your F this moment is definitely going to be when, like, the Earth is about to explode.
Would you be
You're
able
like,
to
oh, is this is it? This is it? F this. F this. F this. I'm done. Meteor's coming. Hurry.
How hard would it be to keep who you are as a person over that much time, though? Who you are now. I mean, you
Oh, bro, you would.
Well, living different like lifetimes, I feel like you would literally have different life characteristics. Cycles, yes.
Yeah.
You would marry. You would probably most likely end up marrying different people.
Yeah.
And
Multiple
you
different
would
people.
live the life with them, and then
Yeah.
they would die. Like
I think of the movie like Highlander. Have you ever seen Highlander?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where
There can be only one.
Yeah.
there can only be one. Tires cannot defeat me.
So adding another little like superpower to this, what if you had like a respawn instead of healing? Instead of healing, when you die, you respawn.
Every time you die, you get a kill cam, and then you get to press A.
I never get used
and
to
just respawn.
So going back to your arson, like if it's like you commit a crime that you get caught, you get put in jail, you kill yourself, and you're out. Like,
It's like on Jumanji, but with unlimited lives.
yeah,
You like get used to this.
Like, can you imagine being in a war, like Revolutionary War? You're at the front of the line, you get shot by a Brit. All of a sudden, this guy just comes falling out of the sky. You come running back up, and you're like, move over, I'm back.
How dare you? And this guy's running at you. You shoot him, boom, and then 2 minutes later, he's running at you again, boom, and then again, boom. Yeah. Like, what the
This
heck?
time, you're like, dang it!
How
I should have seen
dare
that
you,
coming.
sir?
Next time you come from behind, you're like, surprise, B.
Surprise, mother.
Okay, if
like
we're
the
gonna
respawn.
pick rules, I go with the respawn option
Respawn over healing.
and the kill cam. I gotta have the kill cam.
Do you have just a
Like-
single respawn
Oh, yes.
point?
No, it would change. I
What
think
if it's
your
like
last save? Your
you
last
just
checkpoint.
your last save? Wherever you throw a quarter, you just like throw a quarter, and you're like,
yeah,
this will
what,
be it today.
there's a game where like you have a flare, and wherever you toss that flare down, that's your respawn spot. Like
I love how we went nerdy with this.
Oh, of course.
we went
was
from
destined.
bro fisting Jesus to respawn with kill cams.
besides
Oh my
Jesus,
gosh.
who would you go back and visit? Like who would be your number one? Like I gotta meet him.
Dude, pretty much all the
I'd be
historical
scared of
people
that.
from that time.
I would have to I'd have to meet
Only in
Roosevelt.
Arkansas.
I think Abraham Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
Roosevelt, man. Dude was so stand up.
Dude, I want to hang out
But
with Reagan.
what? But what? I don't know. I'd be scared of that because what happens if they're not the person you thought they would be?
I think that's so funny that I just said stand up and the dude was wheelchair bound, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Was that Roosevelt?
Which one?
Yeah.
There's two.
that was
Theodore was not. He was the
Franklin.
Franklin was on.
Yeah,
in a
Franklin D.
wheelchair.
Roosevelt was. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore.
yeah, he's the hunter.
yeah. He's the really
Teddy.
cool one.
He's
Teddy.
the Robin Williams in Night of the
Yeah.
He's
Museum.
the one who gave us our national forests and everything, which was great.
Oh yeah, and his face is on a mountain. But anywho,
Mine would be right next to yours.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Could you imagine?
Are you sure we have to have term limits? I mean,
Dude, I would hang out with all the people back then.
I
Just
didn't
talk to
notice.
Einstein, meet Tesla.
Like they'd have
the
to hang
actual
out
Tesla?
with you. You know what I mean? Like,
See, there's the travel thing again. To be able to travel around the world and meet these historical figures.
Just build the freaking airplane. You know the concept. Just tell someone not to go to the Wright brothers when they're like 10 and be like, guys, I got an idea.
I mean, you crash, die, respawn, and be like, all right, let's try it again. What did I do?
exactly.
wrong?
You're like, oh, let me fly, guys. And I think it'd be better if I fly.
See, I think I would take the healing over the respawn.
I don't know. The respawn would be kind of fun because going back to your own example of somebody dumping you in the ocean,
Oh, okay.
if you die down there, you pop back up and you're like, surprise, mother. I'd bring your catchphrase. They'd make comic books about you.
I need to learn kung fu from Bruce Lee, dude.
Oh, 100%.
Could you imagine?
And then take it a step farther and keep learning, like Bruce Lee, then Jet Li, Jackie
Chuck
Chan.
Norris.
So do you think
Okay.
people? Do you think people would take you as like evil, or do you think you'd be like
Oh,
celebrity status?
I guarantee
Like some
I'd probably
kind of
go.
deity,
I'd go to
like-
Salem just to be burned once.
Just be like, I'll do it. It doesn't work.
Surprise! mother.
That'd be your life story.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You experience all the pain until you hit respawn. So you're just like this fried, like turning black charcoal mess, and you're
It's
just
just
like,
a pile
"Rah!"
of seared meat.
You're
You,
like
like, sit
mid
there-
scream though.
Sit there seeing how long you can take. You're like, hang on, I got it. Okay.
Dude, I'm such a wuss now. I
Oh
would
my
never
gosh.
last. I just constantly hit respawn.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think you'd.
What would happen
I
though
think
is
you'd test it.
they'd eventually figure out your respawn point. And you're like, crap! Every time you respawn, they just grab you again.
I just have a cage built.
Or you grab the
that
corner
you
and just
fall
like
into.
huck it in the forest.
Drop it deep in the ocean.
It could be. Now, going back to that, though, I saw this. I actually did see a Reddit, or my friend showed me a Reddit article once where they were talking about that. Like, if your life was a video game, how would you save? And they're like, taking a bath as like a quick save or something like that? But when you go to sleep, that's a checkpoint, is every time you go to sleep.
Okay.
So when you go to bed, that's like your checkpoint. So if you respawn, you pop back in your bedroom or something like that. That's like the checkpoint area.
You know what I would do? I would go on the Titanic, and then I'd go up to the captain and be like, "Hey, just 2 inches this way, and then head on this course."
Trust me, buddy.
But there's
Just
that
trust me.
butterfly
Yeah,
effect.
exactly.
No, not if we look at the MCU. You basically go back and create a different reality,
Yeah, but
Or you
which
just
wouldn't
make sure,
affect the original reality. You're
or
now in
you
a
just
different
make
reality.
sure you go back and kill everybody that would have died.
So you
least
are
the-
Final
that was
Destination now.
you could cause that. You could cause that butterfly effect to where maybe we don't win World War II at that point.
So is this really
mean,
the
bro,
Titanic?
Whose side are you on?
I'm
You
just saying.
single-handedly would win World War II.
In about 100 years.
Go to Pearl Harbor and warn them.
You know, what'd be great is if you could go back
zagged.
and take with yourself like a phone or a computer or something that just has all like the movies from our time, and you can just be like, crap, how did they kill Hitler? How do we kill Hitler? Okay, let's go. Yeah, Germans, they go like this, not like this. Okay, I got it.
They go like this. They go like
Is
this.
this? No, is this one? Or is this one? Okay, yeah, I would have died. A couple times. I could try a few times, you know.
Respawn. Respawn.
Like, dang it.
I need a new bed.
Oh, man.
Well, Zach, would you stay? Would you go back
What would you
I already
do?
said I'd go back.
Why?
But
If it wasn't for his family.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Well, Kara's probably not listening anymore, so tell us the truth.
So elaborate.
Jared's not listening anymore. You know, it's because of you guys. I get in trouble after every Tuesday night. She
You're
listens
welcome.
to the podcast every Tuesday night, and I get some text. Hand whore? Are you kidding me? Again?
Hey, that's on
See, but she
Tony.
doesn't deny
Why
it.
me? He brought it up.
But you're usually the one who picks on Kara on here.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, bringing it back. Okay, what if, did everyone say they would do it? I would do it.
I would do it.
I'm still
still
torn.
debating.
Still
because,
torn.
like, the stipulation would have to be I would have to be able to just
Call it
mutter
quits.
something or like be able to call it quits because I couldn't live for all eternity.
See, we added that stipulation.
I know, but
You get a
that's
safe word.
That's my thing. Is like, even then, 2,000 years of living in
Now, what if we all
terrible
went
living
together?
conditions. That could be fun.
That would be so much fun.
That would be so much fun.
Could you
Bro,
imagine?
we could be the
We would
task
be-
force.
This legendary band of brothers.
Yeah.
be
We'd be like
so cool.
we'd be like crusaders together. We'd be our own pirate ship.
Like, let's
we'd
attack
be
the
freaking
Americas. They've got an army of
samurais.
5.
Yeah.
What's that Ryan Reynolds movie
We'd
on Netflix?
establish our own country.
Underground 6.
Underground 6. We'd be Underground 5.
There
mixed,
you go.
Mixed with old guard.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be extremely intrigued to see what
We
the
would-
future holds.
We
So
would,
if that were
yes.
the case, if we each had our like specialty, what specialty would you guys want?
now we're
like where
delving
this is
way
going.
deep
Well,
into the
for-
question.
Real quick, I was just gonna say we would have a lifetime contest of who's died the most.
Just a tally.
It would just be a tally, and we'd
That
just be like,
later
"Son of a-"
become. They later become what's the hieroglyphics? They later are that. They're like, what are these check marks?
I love too if we pissed each other off. It's like, gosh,
But we'd have to do it in creative ways. Like, what if we couldn't actually kill each other? We had to put each other in situations where we would end up being killed.
Tigers, really?
like going to Salem,
Like
going to Salem and be like,
tying
Cam's a
meat.
witch, Cam's a witch.
Witch! No, I can't.
Our
Tony.
our games of tag are like us running around stabbing each other in the back. You're it.
We're playing back
And then
in
you,
blue
then
with
you
like ninja
respawn and
stars.
you pull the knife out of your back.
Could you imagine? That would be our pranks on each other. We secretly stab a knife in your back, and so then you go out in public. People are like, "Oh my gosh!" And it's like, "What? Oh gosh,
dude.
dang it!"
We would cover each other, like fill your room with like meat and leave a lion in there or something, and you just wake up.
I'd put killer bees.
No, you starve the lion. You starve the lion.
Starve the lion, hide him under your bed.
It'd be ultimate in practical jokers.
Or horrible boss. Wow, they got real loud.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Or horrible bosses.
Horrible bosses.
Horrible
Did
bosses.
my mic just get real hot? That was weird.
I don't know. Are you attracted to it?
Don't you mean tag?
Wow, that
That'd
was
be way
total
fun.
squirrel moment.
Dude, we could totally like just perform heists and just steal
We'd
shit.
be like Ocean's
everywhere.
11, but just
Like
Ocean's
Ocean's
5.
And we wouldn't have to be crafty at all. We could just go in.
No, because we can die.
No, you're
So
definitely.
you
the
wouldn't
tech
want to
guy.
get
You
shot
respawn.
up or
You're
anything.
definitely
Yeah,
our
because
tech
here's
guy.
the problem: is if our respawn's outside and we have to work real hard to get inside Fort Knox, you die. That's just you got to start over, man. That sucks.
But at some point, they will give up. I won't.
That's true. Like, here he comes again.
Let's see if I can get him in the head this time.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so fun.
I just imagine the pranks. All of us sitting in the back, in the living room or something like that, and it's like, hey, wait a second. You hear Tony go, ah, crap, bing.
It would have to make a noise. There would have to be some noise in the world that would like sound the respawn.
What if we
Pops back in another place. Everybody's just laughing.
what if we got to pick our
And-
noise?
You ready for this? Yes. When you respawn, you're naked.
Oh. You gotta hurry and run and find clothes.
We gotta hurry and loot your old body.
What if you respawn nowhere near your body, though?
I'd be hiding people's
son of a
quarters.
gun.
Your
If we
body-
did the quarter thing, just go hide their quarter in the obstruct area. Just
So they respawn and they're like, where am I?
what?
The sewer drain?
Gosh, take it, guys. Quit taking my quarters.
This is my boss's wife's bedroom.
You flush it down the toilet. You're like, let's see where he ends up.
Oh, damn, it does all lead to the ocean, doesn't it?
How did I end up in Southern California? Gosh. Tijuana
There you
is
go.
right
Where
there.
would you live?
Everywhere.
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 I have a house everywhere.
I try it all out.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. That's the thing is we start real early. We get to like all everywhere and we establish a claim on property real early.
Well, yeah, because we're like 2,000 years ago.
Exactly. We're 2,000 years ahead.
You know where all the hot spots are.
I'll go.
Buy
establish-
land in New
we
York.
buy land so we can sell it, one, and get rich, but also keep the best spots for ourselves.
Heck yeah. Hawaii.
We'd run amok.
Amok.
It'd be the United States of Austin, Cam, Tony, Chris, and Zach.
Acronym that real quick.
Yeah, I couldn't.
There's
I
only
tried.
5 states instead of 50.
The biggest problem with all of us would be fighting over land. What are you going to do with 180,000 acres?
Do you think we could?
I know you moved my flag.
Do you think we could stay friends for that long?
I mean, we'd probably have periods. Maybe a decade, maybe
I wouldn't
more.
want a period.
I don't want a period either.
Of time. Maybe we have like a decade of not talking to each other, and then we're friends again.
God. You got to pick your company well. If
We're
you're gonna
long
stick around
distance.
For,
For next decade, you're long distance. All right, you're long distance. That's what I'm saying.
You out,
you're going to go to France? Good.
you're
Good.
exiled
Go
to a different
France.
country for a while. Okay, you got to stay there.
Why do I got to go? All right, duel.
Legit, though. Like, we would have to... Like, we would be the only friends that we... Like, because this is where we would come back to every time. Because people that we would become friends with would die.
Yeah.
We'd be stuck with each other.
Actually, now
Yeah.
saying that, I think that would have to also be a stipulation. So the safe word, being able to call it quits when we're ready, and I would have to have somebody with me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because, yeah, if everybody, friends, lovers, whatever it is, die around me,
Yep.
then, yeah, that'd suck.
Okay, we'd be like, you done with your Genghis Khan, stage? That guy was a dick. We didn't like you when you were around him.
Who on the dark side of the realm, like, right? Like, people who are looked at as like a villain of history, who would you want to go hang out with and why?
Now, are we still talking within the last 2,000 years?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just
yeah.
any time?
Yeah. Within your immortality.
Immortality.
Like, would you want to go chill with Genghis Khan?
He was
I
before,
think
though,
he was
wasn't
actually
he?
before
Yeah.
2,000 years ago.
Oh, bummer.
Because
But I would have, because that dude
Napoleon.
was wild. He was a little guy.
He wasn't though.
He was short.
That's not true.
What's
Yes,
that
it
got to do with
does.
anything?
Look up
Short
the
man
facts.
complex. Why do you think he conquered most
Look
of the
up.
world?
He wasn't really short.
Napoleon?
How tall was he?
They say about 5'10".
That's short. Because I'm 5'11".
I'm 5'10".
Everyone's looking. We all want to know. It's one of the first options. 5'6", bro.
That can't be proven.
That can't be factual.
It's on the internet. You better double check.
Dude, George Washington was 6'2".
I'd like to meet George
Oh,
Washington.
heck yeah, dude. I would
I
bro
love
up.
it. Right below, what is Napoleon syndrome?
Yes,
His
see?
supposedly
Was
small
Napoleon.
stature and fiery temper has inspired the term Napoleon complex.
I read something though that they measured differently.
The French inch is different than
Yes.
the regular inch. So by like
Because of Napoleon.
by
So
their
he's actually really
sizes-
shorter then.
Did you know?
No, the French measures. He was a diminutive of 5'2", but the French inch of the time was 2.7 centimeters. So he actually ended up being about 5'5", 5'6".
Oh,
Still short.
that's still short. That's not 5'2".
Anyway, who would you want to meet?
On the bad side of things?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See if they're actually bad guys. Just because we are a bad guy does not mean we are bad guys.
What's that from?
Wreck-It Ralph.
That's right.
Zangief.
Zangief.
Yeah.
Dang, who would it be?
Like, not that I'd want to be buddy with him.
No, but
I'd
like-
love to see his day to day would be Hitler, like what he was like on the day to
Be
day.
like, bro, you are effed
Trying to
up.
understand why he was the way he
Yeah,
was.
like I would love like
don't know
people's
if you
days
could.
interest me. So
I see
seeing
what you're
someone
saying.
as dark as him, like, is he just angry from the moment he wakes up to the moment he goes to bed, or is he like happy, and then he just like goes
Just
bipolar and just
bipolar.
like instant flip?
And takes over, Belgium.
I don't know.
So Julius Caesar would be kind of cool, but I don't know. He's not
that's
really
that's
depicted.
for.
Is it?
Yeah, that's in BC.
Oh yeah, he's the one. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
But I thought,
yeah,
see, and I didn't
Yeah.
think Julius Caesar was bad.
there's different depictions though.
We would go find out for real.
We'd ask people. So this was like,
So what do you think about this guy? so this guy Hitler, what do you think about him? I heard he's kind of a dick.
What is dick? I don't know why suddenly you're in Russia asking about Caesar, but
I would definitely go to Russia. That'd be fun.
yeah.
what about like a serial killer? Like Ted Bundy or something?
I'd be creeped out the entire time.
Yeah,
But I would be with Hitler
yeah, dude.
too. I'd be like, I don't know. I think you could feel that. You're just like, ugh.
See, I
Can you
feel like the-
imagine? Like we would get killed and we'd just come back and all the rest of you would be like, "How was it?" You'd be like, "Oh, I can't talk about it." Never again, man. Never again.
Especially with somebody like Ted Bundy. It's like, dude, that's my body. Get off.
no kill cam, no kill cam, no kill cam.
Respawn.
No.
Sorry, that's
immediately-
how he was.
You immediately respawn and just in a rage, just run right back to him to just get him.
Take him out.
Those are my clothes.
He stole my beetle.
So would your body like disappear in the respawn? Would it just like slowly disappear? Or would it
I
just
would
stay
think
there?
so.
I think it should
Your old
disappear
body, yeah.
immediately.
How funny would it
Because
be?
your clothes would just fall off because you'd be naked somewhere else.
There'd be a science
Jedi
department
style,
about
it's
us.
just-
There'd be seriously, if your body stayed, there'd be a science department about us.
How
Through the
funny
ages.
would it be if there wasn't? Like if your body stayed there, but
That's
a
what I
whole new
mean.
one just came
It'd
down.
be like a
and-
museum.
Yeah.
And it changed what it looked like. Just your old body looked different.
No.
No, it's
Same.
the same.
So there's just a
so
museum of
literally-
the same dead guy.
What is this mystery? I go in there, like if they didn't know who I was, just go in there all dressed up and be like, huh, that was a bad year.
Okay, with that, it would your like. What if you die? Your body drops. You're dead. You know, you respawn somewhere else. Does your old body decompose like a mortal body?
Well, yeah.
So then, if you, like you're saying in a museum
There'd be
looking
skeletons.
at it, well, even a skeleton over time is going to be completely
the
gone.
evolution-
Well, think about it. You'd have a mummy in there because you'd be in a sarcophagus from playing around in Egypt, and you'd have like all kinds of different burials, or be
all
in a
the
museum
DNA
of
lined up.
every country or something.
They're like, this is where we think he evolved. No, I had bad posture that year. It was just bad posture.
I was feeling down, man. I slouched a lot.
A lot.
right here at the gate of Berlin, there's like 20 of them. Identical skeletons.
What was he trying to accomplish?
Okay, on that then, who do you think would die the most?
Out of all of us, Zach. Zach would die so much.
Now, why?
Because we killed him.
I'd be the one you guys would play all the jokes on.
I wouldn't
my
kill. I
gosh.
really don't think I could bring myself to kill anybody, though. I
Bro,
really don't.
I mean,
I think over time I would have to.
just
to
funny.
try.
It would just be funny.
At some point, I would have to become a murderer just to try.
He'd
it.
just be looking at I said please.
Can you? No,
I said please.
Now thinking about that just made me think of this. Can you imagine if the wars that happened were us playing pranks on each other? Oh my gosh! Like friggin' Custer's Last Stand. We'd be like, guys, watch this. Tony's riding around with this Custer guy. I'm gonna go get some of my friends over here. We're gonna Take him out.
That's like morbid.
But then we have a truce for years until the next one.
What if like the wars we know today never existed, but the wars we do have are because of us? Like,
It would be pretty jacked up.
You know what's weird is it's not too different than what currently goes on.
You're right.
True.
You know what I mean? Like politics, that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
politics, religion. I don't know, but because a lot of wars are over religion.
I feel guilty. We're not even 2,000 years old right now. I'm like, oh, all those pieces.
Oh, look at
sitting
everything
kinda
we
heavy.
did.
Yeah.
Okay, now, if Zach's the one that dies the most, after him, who would die the most?
Me,
Tony.
And why? Why you?
I feel like I would want to try stuff.
You'd be the friend that we'd all be like, I wonder what happens if we do this. You'd be like, I'll do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
I can
watch,
see that.
I'm gonna jump this bike over the Grand Canyon. It's like, that is physically impossible.
It's a pedal bike.
That is impossible. But let's see how far you go.
Yeah, right. You guys are the ones placing wages.
$100 says he gets halfway.
Oh, I'll take that action.
Say that, or it'd be, all right, guys, we got to play this prank on Zach, but it's going to cost one of us our lives. Tony?
Let's go hide his quarter in a cactus.
Watch him respawn naked into a bunch of cacti.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be the worst way to
Oh my
respond.
gosh, dude.
Get my quarter out of here.
We could genuinely play.
Not to apologize.
We could play real life, like Call of Duty with ourselves.
That would be fun.
Just take turns on teams. We're just running around,
Like actual
like
guns
actually
and-
shooting each other.
He's not wrong. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
it
out
would
of the
be.
realm of possibility here.
But then
So how about-
but then Cam would be up on a ledge just sniping us because he's a vulture that way and just waits for us to. He'll just post somewhere.
I'd play with claymores probably more.
Gonna say I'm more of the camper.
True.
I'm the camper. I'll admit it.
I'd run around knifing people.
Dude, I was gonna say I straight up run around in like a loincloth and just like nothing else.
I don't ever want to see that in my life.
Or I'd be the guy that has like
You are where the Bigfoot myth came from.
yes. I'd be the dude with like straps of grenades and I just
reality.
run around holding two of them. And when I see one of you, just be like, bing! And like jump on you.
Don't ever jump on me.
I don't know what would
Especially
be
only
worse.
wearing a loincloth.
Boom.
Oh my God, that's nightmare fuel.
Oh man. Okay, so we're in the future now. Let's say we're in the future. What are we gonna do then? Are we gonna get to space?
I mean,
I have to see space.
Yeah.
That would be
we
cool.
would be in space as of the 80s, man. We would be the guys to go.
There you go. You'd
Yeah.
be the astronauts.
We would be the first steps on the moon.
We go up to him and we're like, hey,
We'll try it.
don't call me up for the first 10. I'll be on the 11th.
But with that,
Was it Apollo 11 or 12?
no.
Which one made it?
I'm in every single one of those.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, if I'm respawning, I want to see what it's
I
like to
could
be
see
inside
us,
a rocket explosion.
the one that actually successfully lands on the moon. I could see all five of us fighting for the door. I'm first now.
We're all shooting each other.
Undoing our mask.
Just cutting each other's cables.
Could you imagine?
right as we're all loading into the rocket, you just kick one of them out.
Stab his air tank and he just...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But you do it at an angle, so he's like,
We'd probably become the biggest a-holes because there's no
So,
consequence or risk or reward or
Exactly.
anything. We just like, meh.
so then with all the attention we would obviously get, do you think people will like love us and praise us and like either put us as like gods in their hieroglyphics and throughout the ages,
1000%.
or would they try to capture us and study us, or
honestly,
would we be on TV?
I
like,
bet it would be a generation thing.
Nah, we'd be definitely looked at as gods and praised. Dude, we'd be the craziest. We'd be like the unstoppable jack.
but
the Five Stooges.
We'd be like Loki's, like the god of mischief. Like that would be.
Oh man, if I didn't have to face any repercussions.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude.
but there would be.
Dude, that'd be so fun though. Like, can you imagine one of us gets like captured and they're gonna study us? The other four just like go.
See, that's what would be cool.
Complete
Is like
mayhem.
we're constantly teasing each other, killing each other in prank form, all this kind of stuff. But when it really comes down to it, if one of us gets captured, the other four like go John Wick on him, and it's like, yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'd have some serious skills by that point.
If they went to go do an autopsy, I'd be like, you guys got to start with my third heart. They'd be like, what?
I'm just kidding. I don't have 3 hearts.
Just kidding.
But for real.
Just the one.
It's one of those things again where you choose to respond, so you're just there on the operating table like you're doing it wrong.
You're not gonna find it there.
Did you
You're not
guys
gonna find it.
sharpen
But,
that
like,
thing?
For real, we mess with them, and before you get captured, we actually just remove some of your organs.
Now where's this going?
You're just in there like
in there.
like on your last leg, it's just like a heart and a spleen.
That's where the belief in aliens would come, because it's like on Men in Black, how she's like having him reach in, she's like heart, lungs, liver, and he's like, yep, all good. She's like, Agent, they're not there. Like that would be us. They would be on the operating table. This guy doesn't have any organs. He's an alien in a human shell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I could see it now. Like in the future, like 100 years after these events, we would straight up just be like, and that's how we convinced Salem that witches were real.
The entire history of the planet is
It's
just
all done.
it's like fake news. Just us pranking the entire human race.
Oh my gosh.
What would be the most ridiculous thing you'd want to try? Like tippy top.
Swallowing a grenade.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, I don't know if my mouth opens that wide.
I'd free dive without a parachute, like skydive without a parachute.
Oh,
I thought that one, too.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. It's just a heater.
I would say like, I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe wrestle a bear or something.
That'd be good.
Let's go wrestling.
We're there on the
Just don't do it in
sidelines.
Arkansas.
I was gonna say not in whatever state it's
think it was
illegal.
No,
Arkansas.
no, that's where we would do it. Oh, okay. That's exactly where we would do it. That's probably why that law exists.
I think I would get in a fight with like Mike Tyson or something too. Like just,
bro, could
but
you
like without
imagine?
any training. Like I would just kind of let's see what
No,
you got.
I want to train up and see what I had.
Or
Yeah.
both.
Both.
You start
right.
not training, and then you train up. You
See,
know.
problem is by the time we've hit Mike Tyson era, you've already gained so many skills that it would be insane.
Dude, I want to be dropped to the bottom of the ocean and just walk around and see what the heck's down there.
Yeah.
You'd have to be able to see though, because it'd be pitch black.
Big flashlight.
I just like
No, you just go into one of those tanks. What's his face? James Cameron did it. Went down in like a giant pod.
Yeah, you can only go so far though.
No, he went to the bottom of the Marianas Trench.
yeah.
What?
That's like the
But isn't there's deeper valleys than that though?
I think that's the
As
deepest.
far as I
that's
know,
the
that's the
deepest.
deepest that we
Yeah,
know
that,
of.
that we know of.
Yeah.
So they've actually been down there.
Yeah, but it's pitch black and probably not very long. Do you imagine though, just being down there and like you open the door, it's just you're done. Like we're all waiting up top, and you pop up, and we're like, "How was it?" And you're like, "I don't know. I just opened the door. I don't know what happened."
But here's the thing. Like, yeah, you just wouldn't survive. Like, you'd have to be in a stupid submarine.
You'd
So
be popped.
maybe just see how far down
Yeah,
you could go
yeah.
before
Yep,
you
yep.
die.
Maybe
I
we
would
could
try
have
to, like,
contests. All right, let's see how deep we can go.
Can I actually be swallowed by a whale?
I think everything would be a
do a
contest.
Pinocchio? Like,
Yeah.
We would all like everything would be a contest.
It would be the
let's see
ultimate
how long you can-
Mythbusters.
See how long you can hold on to that missile. How far are you gonna get?
Pull a Tom Cruise, hang on to the
Exactly.
outside of a plane until.
Exactly.
Before
Full
you
Captain.
black out.
You dress up like Captain America and just jump out of the
I would free climb a mountain and see how high I could go before I slipped and fell.
How many times it takes you to get up there? Those would be our contests.
I like the missile thing. Like I would love,
right?
like strap me up, man. Let's
Or
go.
like we all hold on to it. The last one to let go wins.
I like Chris's one on the skydiving thing. It's like before we get in the plane, though, we paint a target on the ground, and whoever gets the closest to the bullseye wins.
Yes. But here's the other thing too: is like these would all be contests, so we'd have to have like ridiculous rewards or punishments. Like, hey, for the next decade, you can't have a left arm, or I don't know, something stupid. Like, so every time you respawn, we just have to cut it off again.
I can
would,
go without my left.
I would need a map of all the deaths. Like I
Yes.
would need a map with like an X everywhere I die.
But
if
it
you
would
can
also
fill out the
have
whole
like we'd
map.
have a book essentially that would fill itself out, give us the exact location, the time, and how we died.
And then there's like an auto replay of the kill cam. Look at this one. Look at this one.
Or if you just had, what if we just had a photographic memory and you could just remember it as if it was yesterday?
That'd be great. Well, I mean, we are immortal, so why not?
True.
Are you sure I died there? I don't remember dying
That was
there.
you that
We
died.
could take turns being like
Dude, that
pharaohs
was you
and
that
stuff.
died.
Being what?
Pharaohs.
I thought you said Frodo's.
We could.
I get to take the ring this time. My precious. What if, okay, throw in a fantasy twist on this. What if because we live so long, we actually figure out real magic? And you
That'd be
become
cool.
like a sorcerer.
That'd be dope. I would.
We
freaking
learn how to use more than 10% of our brain.
magic missile the crap out of everything.
I think
Magic
that's a
missile.
myth, though. I think we use more than 10% of our brain. I think
We
proved
do.
that.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
proven wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, whatever it is.
Fine.
We learned
11%.
science that we don't even know exists right now.
Yeah.
And we call it magic. Magic. We teach David Copperfield what's up.
I come out with my white tigers.
Cuban. I mean, our simple, yeah, our simplest
And
trick.
then the tigers eat me.
I was gonna say.
That's the magic trick. And then I just respawn center stage.
Yeah, our magic trick is we just reappear.
That's more David Blaine style.
Would you
then.
go in a gladiator arena?
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Oh, but that's still before.
No,
that's-
the Roman Empire ended after.
Yeah.
Ended in
Okay.
like
Yeah,
300
they still did it.
something AD.
that would be cool.
I'd fight some stuff in
The
there.
chariots
yeah, dude.
and stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just kind of on that. Could you imagine just being an athlete? Like you dedicate your life to a sport before it's even a sport, and then you come in and you dominate.
Curling.
Dude, the five of us can do some mad curling.
We'd be the best sweepers around.
Let's dedicate the next century to.
We all know we ain't running anywhere.
Dude, we would totally find the top performers in like every field and just challenge them.
But that's what I'm saying. That would be fun. Like outrun Usain Bolt as if he's standing still. You're just like, come on, man. Like just.
LeBron, you me 101.
genetics at that point, you'd get trumped.
But
Really, though?
would we
think
have
about it.
evolution on our side?
You train yourself, though. I feel like with proper training, you could literally be the best at anything.
Yeah, let me throw a twist at you. When you die, it resets.
Oh, that would suck. That would be the most horrible prank then.
You're like at the top of your game and your friend. Yeah, we just kill each other. We just start over. You're like, son of a.
I can tell you, if we had to start over, we would not be friends.
So that's true.
Like that, then real world war would happen. Like we would be generals of our own continent.
That's how World War One
And
starts.
that's literally how we would protect ourselves. Is like, I cannot die, guys.
Can you imagine? We would just take all the continents. I mean, there's 7 of them in America, but in South America, they think there's 5. So we'd take the 5 continents, and those would be our countries.
What? South America, they think there's 5 continents.
Yeah, they teach that there's only 5 continents.
What? 5?
Which 5?
I think they do. I'm trying to remember. It's like Australia, Asia, Africa.
North and South America.
I think North and South America are 1.
Antarctica.
Or maybe Antarctica, actually.
Because anything that's connected.
Basically, yeah. They're silly people. I love it.
You know what? I would have to go to like all the crazy sporting events. That would be dope.
And bet
Like
on them.
World Cup.
Oh yeah, dude.
Pull it Back to the Future style. You know what's what, and so.
But you wouldn't though, because everything.
Oh,
might
that's
change.
true. That's true.
Just last.
But still, you could have a decently good bet.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't matter. We'd be filthy rich. We'd have hordes of gold, man. We'd get the gold out of California before the.
Oh yeah, I guess you could say that.
We figure it out real quick.
Hit the gold rush before the gold rush happens.
Exactly.
It wouldn't
But
be
I mean,
I'm not
and that's,
buying
the gold rush.
anything.
and that's the first thing. But then once we get into the digital age and we have stocks, man, we know everything. We know all the big ones.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We're buying Bitcoin.
That's just it though. Again, with us being alive and doing all of our stupid shenanigans,
Will we mess that up? Who
will
knows?
the butterfly effect ruin what we know?
Bitcoin turns around and we throw all of our money into it, and then Bitcoin ends up being nothing.
See, that's what I'm saying, though.
lose
We would
every
have
penny.
gold. We would have all the gold. You know we'd
See,
have
I
the
feel
gold.
like that's where, like, being an athlete or something, training to be an amazing athlete and get paid millions of dollars to do that. And then you move on to the next thing and the next thing.
True. But see, if we have all the gold, which currency is based off of, we run the world.
At what age would you like to retire? I can't retire.
I am retired. I never worked.
I mean, at some point we would just make a law. It's like we just make money.
You just give us things.
You
See, now you
Don't
sound like
die.
the sheriff of
and
Nottingham.
so we're just a live mafia. Is all we are.
Yeah, yeah.
We just tell everyone, we don't kill you. You give us money.
Yep. I see that.
They're like, wanna bet?
They try and kill you, and then you just respawn. And you're like,
Surprise, mother.
That's our slogan for life.
surprise!
Okay.
Want some fries?
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
I like how we went that and being like, what could we do to better? No, we're gonna kill each other.
Right? Instead of trying to spend eternity solving world peace or different things like that.
How can
We're
we
like,
kill
oh,
each
we're
other?
gonna make some effed up crap. Like,
So going forward, like into the future, like how far are you going?
Like
Before I
I
give
said,
up.
I'm
I'm going to the
going
end of the
until
world.
there's a freaking meteor about to hit us, and I'm
Yep.
like, get out, get me out of here, Okeechobee.
I mean, if I'm alive that long, I'd be like, I'd want to see it go down.
Yeah.
And then after, as I'm floating through the void of space, then it's like, okay.
Okay, here's the kicker. Earth gets obliterated, you die, you respawn, but you're in the vacuum of space, so you then immediately die.
and keep
Are
dying.
you in a death loop because you can't say F this because there's no oxygen?
There, right there, that is the loop.
that's the hell.
Right
there.
And then
That's-
we pay for our everything we did.
Should have called it quits when you had the chance.
That's basically our Achilles heel that we didn't think of. Dang it.
There it is.
Okay, so
you just
then
gotta do it
going
before
back
the
to
Earth
just
explodes.
healing then. So you can just heal. You don't die and respawn. You just heal.
But what if people got
Well,
smart
that
enough
one,
and
see,
put you in an
exactly.
immediate
That's
death
the one.
chamber?
Yeah, that's
Gosh,
Whoa.
sorry.
Every
Well,
time. Every time.
Just
Jeez.
move my arm.
But that's where
That's
that's
your
where the
first-
five of us
first
come
death
in.
right there.
The odds of them capturing all five of us
There's
would be
billions of
slim.
people on Earth. It's not that bad. I bet they could.
I would
figure
stick
it
with the
out.
respawning because then we could get away.
Yeah,
If we're creating rule, respawn all the way.
Oh, totally.
yeah.
I just want to come in from the air.
I would
if
want to
you
try and go to
respawn-
another planet.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
Superhero
cool.
entrance
Oh, heck yeah.
every
Well,
time
dude,
you
we'll be in
land.
Mars. We could take a trip to like Saturn or Jupiter.
I could be Iron Man. You'd have
We
enough
could be
time.
Iron Men.
Yeah.
And then we take
See.
the game to a whole new level.
That would be right there, the ultimate prank, though. Throw someone's quarter on like Mars or something like that. So they
going
respawn
on?
there, and it's like, all right, we'll see him about in the next 300 years.
Mother. I would just colonize.
But it'd be the same thing. You'd keep dying. You'd have to go get the quarter, wouldn't you?
Ooh, true. Because if they're respawning there, they got nowhere.
There's so many
because they
things.
show up naked.
Or we could put a clause in there. So if you can't respawn to your quarter and you immediately die, you just go back to your last.
The guy who's trying to grant us this.
the last
though.
bed you slept in.
The last save.
The guy who's granting is like, no, there's no. You just go back 2,000 years and you come back in your life. That's it. Like you don't get to say respawn.
We're like, no, sir, you
No.
didn't stipulate, so we did.
Hey, but.
All right. Well, I think we've pretty much
Beating a dead horse.
beaten this thing to the freaking
I hope
pulp.
whoever posed this question listens to this podcast.
For real.
Yeah.
You know, I should probably give them credit just in case they tune in and they're like, "Hey, that was my question."
The one random guy.
Oh no, I had it up. I don't think I have it up anymore.
Austin lost it.
I lost it.
Anyway,
Here we go.
I'm actually
Packer
impressed.
Boy 6.
Packer Boy 6.
1 year ago, it says.
Dang.
Packer Boy 6, thank you for the question. Even though it wasn't to us, but to Ask Reddit. That was great.
I'm actually really impressed we went on as long as we did.
on one question like that.
I told you.
Yeah.
There we are. We hope you guys enjoyed this new segment of us just answering and beating the heck out of a question on Reddit. If there's any questions that you think would warrant a full segment, let us know down in the comments.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are tuning in on YouTube. If not, we're available on all platforms, so make sure you check it out. Thank you for being part of this crowd, and we'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.
Ciao.